This is a News 2 Storm Tracker weather alert.
We are weather alert today for freezing temperatures and inches of falling snow. A live look now from our weather camera in Lebanon shows the snowfall residents there have been dealing with for hours now. Good evening and welcome to News 2 at 5. I'm Bob Mueller.
And I'm Haley Wilgus. Let's go right to meteorologist Danielle Breezy with a look at what we can expect for the rest of this evening and then as we head in through the rest of the week, Danielle.
All right, we are still seeing snow flying in a lot of spots, especially to the south and to the east. It has shut off, though, especially west and to the north where visibilities are improving, but they're still down to 1 mile around Shelbyville, as well as Jamestown down to 2 miles around Cookeville. That's showing you where the more intense snow is falling, and currently you can see that. It is still spitting a little bit of snow here from our Ennigenberg exteriors camera in Dixon. You notice that the service roads are definitely still snow covered. A lot of those back roads, secondary roads are going to be really tough to go with it as we head into the day tomorrow because temperatures tonight are only going to plummet through the overnight hours. And as you look, it's a beautiful snowy scene over our Eurostone camera in downtown Nashville. We've had 8.5 inches in Oak Hill, 8 inches in Hurricane Mills so far, 8 inches in Dixon, and close to 8 in Antioch. We got that winter storm warning in place until 6 a.m. because even though the snow may shut off, we're going to feel the impacts for sure through the morning, if not longer than that. You can see the snow is still flying and there's still more of it. So at least for the next couple of hours, we could have some snow flying east and south, but by about 9, it's wrapping on up and it's on out of here. And then we blanket the area with slick spots, and really slick spots, I think, through Thursday morning because we don't get above freezing until Thursday afternoon. The other story is this, wind chill values, right? We have got wind chill values around 0 in Clarksville as well as Murfreesboro, and now we have a wind chill advisory out for most of Middle Tennessee. So we're going to talk more about the dangerous cold, how long it will stick around for, coming up.
Thank you, Danielle. Meteorologist Shelby Mack is going to join us from the News 2 Storm Tracker with a live look at the road conditions.
She is checking out the roads in Antioch. Shelby, how's it looking out there?
And right now I'm in Murfreesboro close to Walter Hill, and it looks like a winter wonderland. It's absolutely stunning. Road conditions, not so good. My photographer Drew just said, hey, we haven't seen the sun all day, Shelby, and he's exactly right. Temperatures right now in Walter Hill close to 15 degrees, feeling much colder out there. And it does look like there have been a few people on the road so far today. This isn't necessarily a place that probably got plowed over on Lebanon Pike. So the roads are actually going to refreeze going into tonight. Temperatures aren't making it above freezing, but we had some traction on these roads, warming them up with that friction, and so it's likely that we're going to have some black ice forming going into tonight, into tomorrow morning. I would be shocked if driving conditions actually aren't worse tomorrow as we go into Tuesday, and it's going to feel much colder because of that wind chill that's coming through like Danielle was just talking about. But these road conditions are not for the faint of heart, so do not leave your house if you don't have to. Honestly, if you don't have four-wheel drive, it's really hard, especially over some of these hills. But it looks like we are going to be headed back towards the station, and we'll keep you posted if there is any problems on these roadways, especially on these side roads. I'm News 2 meteorologist Shelby Mack in Murfreesboro.
Thank you, Shelby. We have team coverage of the winter weather conditions. News 2's Nikki McGee joins us live tonight with a look at conditions in Rutherford County. Nikki?
Well, Bob, Haley, we've told you a lot about this snow, but I want to actually show you what kind of snow we're working with here. I tried this a few times, and it hasn't worked too well for me. If you're thinking about going out here, maybe building a snowman or a snowball, let me show you. This snow is just kind of light, fluffy, falling apart on you, so not the best snow for that, but I'll tell you the good news with that. That does mean if you're going to go out and clear your driveways, it's kind of that light, fluffy snow, so it should be a little bit easier for you to clear. And for right now, we're here along Sam Ridley Parkway. I want to show you, as we're seeing some more traffic out here on the roads heading home from work, a little bit of what that looks like. Yeah, having a couple of folks very friendly as they drive by this evening, very vocal as well, and be very careful. We are seeing some folks get a little confident on these roads. Of course, you don't need to slip and slide or get stuck. Now for this evening, as the sun goes down, the temperatures are going to continue to drop, and I want to name some resources if you know anyone who is out and about in these temperatures. For men out here in Rutherford County, they can go to the First Baptist Church in Murfreesboro if they're needing shelter, and then for women, they can go to St. Paul's Church also in Murfreesboro. And like I said, the temperatures are dropping. Things are getting a little bit cooler, so be very careful if you do have to leave the home. But like everyone said, it's best if you can just stay home this evening. Reporting live in Smyrna, Nikki McGee, News 2.
They seem to be having a good time behind Nikki. The freezing conditions, though, add to the urgency as the Nashville Electric Service crews are out working to restore power to customers. NES has already gotten power back to nearly 600 customers. Currently, NES has only about 16 customers now without electricity. Also, NES will not disconnect customer service due to non-payment during this bitterly cold winter event.
And just across the river in East Nashville is where we find our Chris O'Brien. Chris and Hector have been out in the northern half of Davidson County on the east side with for most of the day, joining us with the latest. Chris, good evening.
Yeah, it is quite cold out here in East Nashville. We're at the corner of Eastland and Chapel right here. And as the sun has gone down, the cold has come up quite a bit. And as we've continued to reiterate throughout the day, TDOT is telling a lot of people, hey, do what you can to stay off the roads, but as we found out, and as you've probably found out today, not everybody followed that good piece of advice. Monday was, well, chilly.
It's very cold. Roads are slick, but got to get the job done. It's freezing.
Cameron Barrett works for a company that helps plow around Middle Tennessee. When we caught up with them, they had been on the road for 23 hours straight. Where are y'all headed next?
Actually, we're finishing here and then hopefully Murfreesboro.
But as the snow plows made their way around, it didn't stop everybody from staying off the roads. The big issue TDOT faced Monday was the snow just kept coming.
It's almost like just treading water, but we're going to keep at it. You know, we are getting some contract crews to come in with graders to help us push the snow off the shoulders. That way our trucks can stay focused on the interstate.
In the Madison neighborhood, they're still picking up the pieces from a deadly tornado last month. But a fresh coat of snow brings new challenges.
My hometown's Panama City, Florida. We had Hurricane Michael in 18. We just had several tornadoes come through there last week. I think the inclement weather is not indicative of just here. There's a lot of places having some inclement weather now. You know, welcome to cyclical weather changes.
And of course, it wasn't just Madison feeling the effects. All over Davidson County, people from both inside Tennessee and outside were braving the conditions.
We're from Michigan, and I seen pretty much a goat path going down the expressway. Everybody's in single file line.
With the roads being as slick and dangerous as they are, the Midwesterners offered one important piece of advice.
Only go if you have to.
In Davidson County, Chris O'Brien. And so what can you do to stay off the roads? Well, one way to do it, hey, find yourself a local bar. This is Rose Pepper at the corner of Chapel and Eastland, like I said. Like I keep saying all day, have a beer, find yourself some good friends, find a warm spot, and brave out this cold weather. Because let me tell you, it is pretty cold. Bob Haley, I'll send it back to you.
Now, News 2 Team Traffic with Corey Johnson.
And you definitely want to stay inside, as Chris just mentioned, because if you get out on the roadways, you face this possibly being stalled. We have a stalled semi right near I-40 at Donaldson Pike, blocking the exit ramp at 216C. Now, this semi has been stalled for the last several hours, so we're going to continue to watch this as well as other areas of concern out on the roadways. I-65, if you're headed south and trying to get on a Dickerson Pike, drivers have been really struggling. Our TDOT camera isn't positioned to where you can see it, but there's a line of cars that are just stuck on Dickerson Pike right near exit 90 at this hour. So you'll want to take your time as you make your way, especially on those areas that haven't been plowed the best, those overpasses, those exit ramps and entry ramps. Crashes, we're also watching those, one of those along I-24 East, right at exit 35 to Whites Creek Pike if you're making your way to the Pleasant View area. So something to watch at this hour. And this is I-65 at Trinity Lane. We have a stalled semi out on the roadways there, but at least it looks like the roadways are starting to clear up in some areas, Bob.
Thank you, Corey. Clearing roads of snow and ice is an around-the-clock job for the Tennessee Department of Transportation. The department shared this video of a semi-truck stuck on the side of the interstate. Crews work to free the vehicle, clearing the way for other drivers. Crews also have to work hard to keep road clearing equipment snow-free and ready to roll. TDOT shared this video showing how they clear their plows of snow and ice. We are following a breaking news alert tonight. 2 people are dead after a fire in White Bluff. Kendall Ashburn is at the WKRN.com alert desk with details. Kendall.
Bob, Dixon County Patrol deputies responded to a trailer fire early this morning. When first responders arrived to a property off Old Highway 70, they found 2 bodies just outside the trailer, a 70-year-old female and 67-year-old male. Unfortunately, passed away. No names have been released at this time. Investigators don't believe there was foul play, but the case is still open. Of course, we will keep you updated both on air and online. For breaking news around the clock, head to WKRN.com. Bob.
Thank you, Kendall. A ground stop of all flights is now in effect at the Nashville International Airport. This is a live look of the road going to BNA. The FAA made the decision based on the severity of the winter weather. Numerous flights were already delayed or canceled today. Most of the changes involve Southwest Airlines flights. If you are traveling today, contact your airline to check the status of the upcoming flight. The airport does have plows, brooms, and snow blowers working to remove snow from the airfield.
And this morning we saw several vehicles struggling to make it up the road on Haywood Lane near I-24. Stephanie Langston is joining us live from that area of South Nashville as drivers continue to struggle and make it up this through the snow. Steph.
No doubt, Haley, we're just off Haywood Lane and I-24, and wow, here goes a Lyft driver spinning out. Not sure if he's doing that for show or accidentally, but this is the kind of scene that we've been seeing here all day long for hours now. It's not stopped. Yeah, it looks like he might be showing off for the cameras, but other cars have clearly struggled going up this hill here, which doesn't look to be that intense, but clearly we just added another car off the side there. So I think we have about eight cars off to the side now stranded that couldn't make it up that hill. And I do want to talk about this truck that you see off to the side here. I just spoke to the driver there. This guy, I have watched him tow car after car after car, and I spoke to him and I said, what are you guys doing? And he said, this is my neighborhood. I've lived here for 15 years and we have nothing better to do, so we just wanted to lend a hand. He said they started this morning. They actually helped tow a semi truck up that hill, and then he came back this afternoon, and in the past 2 hours, I said, how many cars do you think you've helped get up that hill? He said, we're definitely in the double digits. So I love to see those folks out here lending a hand like that, but if you're heading out on the roads, this looks like slush. That doesn't look intense, but it is. It is slick, so stay inside if you can.
Thank you, Steph. Snow, you either love it or you hate it. We want to know, are you a fan of snow? You can weigh in right now by using the phone to scan the QR code on your screen or head to our website at WKRN.com to cast your vote. We'll be right back.
News Nation tonight. It's an Iowa caucus special report. Starting at 7, Leland Bittert is live from Des Moines with Chris Steyerwalt and the best political team across Iowa from key caucus sites. Then at 8, trust Decision Desk 24 to bring you the votes as they come in with Chris Cuomo, Elizabeth Vargas, and Dan Abrams talking to caucus goers for an inside look at how they voted. It's a pivotal night for the GOP, and it all happens live tonight starting at 7 Eastern only on News Nation. To find News Nation, go to joinnn.com.
You can talk to me if you're feeling sad.
Thanks for hearing me out, bro.
Whenever you need to talk, I'm here, okay?
People tell me how lucky my daughter is to have been adopted. But really, we're the lucky ones. Learn more at adoptuskids.org.
If you're an ally of this community, speak out. There are more of us together than apart, and so they need you to stand with them.
Best Reviews is an unbiased team that researches products in real-world situations to give reliable recommendations on just about everything.
Call that a plasma sword?
For the best reviews, go to bestreviews.com. Seriously, before you buy anything, ever.
I know you're going through a lot. I wonder if you know that we can get help. Let's see how far we can go. Love, your mind.
Everybody in my house knows how to ride a bike except me. People ask, how your children learn how to ride a bike, and you didn't. I didn't teach them. I just created an environment where they taught themselves, and all I had to do was be there.
Catch the colors, catch the taste, catch the sights and sounds of everything local. Local on 2 is going to open up a whole new world for you, right in your own backyard. Watch Local on 2 at 2 on 2.
Breaking news alerts and local coverage where you live. Bob Mueller, Haley Wilgus, Danielle Breezy's accurate and reliable forecast, and Corey Johnson with Team Traffic. This is News 2 at 5.
We're all dealing with the headaches the snow produces, but the snow also produces some gorgeous scenery.
It really is pretty if you don't have to drive in it. It's even prettier. And News 2's Adam Mincer has been taking a look at some of the beautiful aerial footage we've seen from today. Adam.
Bob and Haley, we are getting it from all across Middle Tennessee, looking like a winter wonderland. But let's start right here in Nashville. Emmett sent us this aerial view of Midtown. Crazy how low visibility is. It gets to a pan of the skyline. You see it right over there, completely snowed out, everything covered. And as Danielle keeps saying, it will stay that way. Now I want to take you over to Forest Hills. Check out this drone video from Sean. You can not even see a bit of grass on the ground, completely covered over. It also pans over to the right and you get a view of a home. You see a basketball court right on the bottom there. Everything looking extremely magical, not really what I tend to imagine Middle Tennessee to look like. And now let's go over to Mount Juliet, where John is seeing 8 inches of snow, it looks like, in his backyard. And that's probably just been going up since he snapped that pic. And then we have this one from our very own team. Sorry, I thought there was a different one coming up right there. This is a view out from Gallatin of a little boy getting his time to do a little sledding. And we are still looking for pictures from you from all over the area, especially as it gets dark. We want to see what's happening. So just send over your pics to pics@WKRN.com. Back to you guys.
This is a News 2 Storm Tracker Weather Alert.
Well, you told us Friday it was coming, and there it is. Look at that, what the snow does enable you to do, a little sledding.
Yes, as long as you do it safely. There was actually a guy skiing in mine every
Mine
time.
too.
Yes.
Mine too.
Wow.
Yeah.
People are making the most
they
of this
take
snow.
advantage. Yeah, might as well.
I was going to say, a lot of folks were out and about in the Gulch this morning, too, enjoying the snow. And I know there's a lot of furry creatures that love it, too. I will say that. And the snow's still coming down in spots. So it is shutting off in a lot of spots, but still coming down pretty hard south and to the east. So just a heads up, you're not done yet from, say, Shelbyville to Winchester over to McMinnville. I'd say Cookville, Crossville, maybe even Jamestown. You'll get clipped by some of the snow on the tail end of this. Now, I will say, for the most part, it is shutting off west of I-65, except for down in Lawrenceburg and Columbia. But notice these are the air temperatures currently in the teens. So it is cold out there, folks. And once that sun sets, and it really just has done that, it's going to get cold very quickly. The snow emits the heat from us. So with snowpack on the ground, it's not necessarily a good thing. And you can see this is Interstate 40 from our Bart Durham injury log camera in Mount Juliet. Still, even though you can see the pavement, there's a lot of snow on the roads there, especially those back roads, secondary roads. And we've picked up some impressive totals and spots. I'm going to be updating these numbers as we get more in. But we're at 7.5 inches in Berry Hill, 6.7 inches in Lakewood, 6 inches in Belmead, and 6 inches so far in Antioch. And yes, I do think north and west, that's where the lower totals did fall like we were talking about. But to the south, it's been gangbusters in terms of snow. We've seen some 8-inch totals or even more than that in some other locations. That's why we have that winter storm warning in effect until 6 o'clock tomorrow morning. Winter weather advisory up in southern Kentucky until later on this evening. And this is from Walter Hill. This is Nathaniel from his mom Kelly, who videoed this, making some snow angels. You see pretty good depth of snow there as he is enjoying just doing that. And of course, we love our furry friends. This is Mozart and Molly Dolly from Christiana. Thank you, Danielle, for capturing this photo. They look pretty happy in the snow. So, yes, snow continues for our southern and eastern communities for the next, I'd say, hour or two. But I think by about 7, 8 o'clock, most of it is beginning to wind down. By 9, maybe a few snow showers ongoing far east, but otherwise we're talking about bitter cold coming on in and dangerous cold. And that's why I am blanketing the entire area for slick spots through Thursday morning, because we don't get above freezing until Thursday afternoon. Feels like temperatures right at 0 in Nashville, 1 below 0 in Murfreesboro. We have wind chill advisories across all of Middle Tennessee, wind chill warnings for Lincoln, Moore, and Franklin County. So tomorrow morning feels like temperatures 5 to even 15 degrees below 0. Take a look. These are projected feels like temperatures, at least 1 to 5 to 8 degrees below 0 tomorrow morning. During the day, doesn't get much better. We're at single digit feels like temperatures. And then look at Wednesday morning. Most of us feeling like 10 below 0, if not even colder than that. So again, the cold is coming. It's dangerous cold. That's why we're going to continue to be under weather alert as we head into Tuesday and also into Wednesday. Then on Thursday, our next weather maker moves in, bringing some rain, turning to a wintry mix to some snow for some, and we could even see some accumulation from this, because on the backside we get much colder. And as we head into the weekend, anything we do get sticks around again. Single digits in the morning and temperatures only in the 20s. We don't get above freezing until next Monday. Over to you.
Thank you, Danielle. Severe weather impacts being seen across the country. We'll show you how the fans of the Buffalo Bills came together to make sure tonight's game moves forward.
Severe weather conditions are impacting much of the nation. Nearly every state is under some form of weather alert. They include flood watches, high wind alerts, and winter storm warnings. Kentucky Governor Andy Beshear declared a state of emergency as the storms rolled through with high winds, heavy rain, snow, and ice. This is a look at conditions at the Tennessee-Kentucky state line. The disaster declaration will add resources to help with recovery. In upstate New York, football fans were called to help clear snow from Highmark Stadium for today's Buffalo Bills playoff game. The wild card game against the Pittsburgh Steelers was postponed from Sunday due to blizzard conditions. Shovel crews worked to clear stadium seats, walkways, and tunnels as the snow fell at a rate of more than 2 inches per hour. News 2 at 5 is back in a moment.
Man, it's lonely. Going through life lonely. there is the therapeutic aspect of music.
Everybody in my house knows how to ride a bike except me. People ask, how your children learn how to ride a bike and you didn't? I didn't teach them. I just created an environment where they taught themselves, and all I had to do was be there.
Thank you so much.
Fostering a pet for a friend or neighbor can keep families together. Learn more at petsandpeopletogether.org.
In terms of hate crimes, I think there is so much more work to be done to make that choice to continue to love.
Life doesn't always give you time to change the outcome. Prediabetes does. With early diagnosis, prediabetes can be reversed. Take the 1-minute prediabetes risk test today. Go to doihaveprediabetes.org.
People tell me how lucky my daughter is to have been adopted. But really, we're the lucky ones. Learn more at adoptuskids.org.
A lethal dose is in here. Who gets it? I won't know.
Scary that it can be put into anything. We can't even see it or notice it.
You're not going to get it all right. Just make sure you nail the big stuff.
Mama!
Like making sure your kids are in the right seat for their age and size. Get it right at nhtsa.gov/the-right-seat.
All right, and we continue to track some snow, especially south and east, and it's also bitterly cold as we head into tonight. We got that winter storm warning in effect until 6 o'clock tomorrow morning. The other story is this: once the snow moves out, it's all about the dangerous cold. We've got wind chill advisories in place through at least 10 o'clock tomorrow morning till noon for some other areas, and also wind chill warnings. Feels like temperatures tomorrow morning between 5 below zero to 15 below zero. We don't get above freezing, guys, until Thursday.
Get frostbite. Got to be careful.
Yes, be very careful.
The kiddos are playing. Yes. Be careful out there. We'll see you back here at 6.
Donating pet food can keep families together. Pets and people belong together. Learn more at petsandpeopletogether.org.